Right, welcome to this live class. My name is Alan from SET English. It's going to be a little quick one today. Sorry for the delay. I hope we've got some people watching us. Today what I want to talk about is basically something relating to, let's call it reported speech. Okay, so we're going to look at reported speech in this class. My name is Alan from SET and we do hours of live classes every day in the school. There are 4 hours of interactive live classes that we do. But today I'm just going to do a few minutes where we talk about reported speech. I've just been doing a class on it actually, and I think it's a very interesting topic. So we will dive into this. First thing I want to do though is share my screen and you guys can see what I am looking at. And then I'll be going through some key points. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to share my screen now and you should be able to see this. Oops, nope, that's not working. Where is my blank screen gone? Let's try this again. There we go. I don't know why it does that. Sometimes you can see like a green thing. Okay, so here it is. This is live. This is a live class. And I saw a giant green board which we used to use. So guys, I'm going to zoom in here. And we are going to do reported speech. Okay. And, you know, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching, please check it. Please check this out. Please share this with your friends if you're finding it useful. Hit the like button because we do these videos every day and we're getting some really good responses at the moment, so it would be great if I could hear something from you guys. Okay? Alright, so what we're going to do is, we're going to talk about reported speech. So here we go. Reported speech. What is reported speech? Things like this. Mr. Smith reported that. Okay, so it's a very interesting topic to think about, reported speech. When do we use it in OET? What are the problems that we can get? If you're watching on Facebook, you can say hello. Just let us know if you're watching this class. Hi, Kat. Good morning. Nice to see you again. Hope you're well. We're going to talk about reported speech, and we're going to talk about different things you can say. Okay, so first question is this. Oops. What verbs can I use? What verbs can I use for reported speech? Okay. Now, reported speech is this. She reported that she was anxious. Okay. In reported speech, what we're doing is we are telling about what someone said. Okay? So, Kat, if you're watching from rugby, can you tell me what verbs can we use for reported speech? We can use report, of course. What else? What should we use in OET when we're talking about this? Let us know. Okay? And welcome to Vilma. Hello, Vilma. Watching from Dubai. Fantastic. Great to have someone watching from Dubai, Vilma. So guys, type in the chat. I am always watching on Facebook for your responses. So I'm checking my phone and I'm looking for really good answers. What I want from you guys is verbs that we can use in this situation. Okay? Report. There's one we often use with S. And there's one we often use with I. So maybe you can type it in the chat. Shani as well. Let us know what's going on here. What verbs can you use? I'll wait. Aha, so we've got something from Ola. Thank you, Ola. Some great answers from you, Ola. We've got Kat as well with informed, We've got Shani. So thanks, guys. There's always a delay. By the way, on Facebook, there's always like a 10-second delay. So I'm always waiting for you. I'm 10 seconds ahead of you, all right? But I can see your responses now. And we've got some very good ones. Someone said informed. So that's Kat and Ola and Shani, if I can spell it right. There's also one with S. Now, a lot of you are saying said. And I'm going to say, in the writing, no. Okay? Don't say said in the writing. Don't say, Mr. Smith said that. Okay? You can say, Mr. Smith reported that. Mr. Smith informed. Something else comes next. And you're not going to say said. Instead, I'll give you guys a clue. It begins with T. Can anyone guess it? Aha, Ola, you've got it. Thank you, Ola. She's got stated here, guys, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. Thanks, Ola. This is what we want. This is what we want. Just to show you guys, this is a live class. This is really as you will be able to tell from my introduction today, it's a live class. So I'm just doing this as we go, and Ola has given me the answer I want. Thank you, Ola. Stated. Now, I think that these three verbs are the most important verbs you need when we're reporting speech, when we're telling about what someone else said. We're going to say reported, we're going to say stated, and we're going to say informed. Those three are the best ones, but we need something extra with this. Can anyone tell me, what do we always need with inform? Does anyone know? Again, type in the chat box, guys, if you know. I'll wait. Just tell me, what is it that we need here, please? Okay. What is it that we need here? Oh, Shani, fantastic. Guys, me. We need me. So thank you there, Shani, really fast. I think if I just refresh my page, I can see the answers faster. So Shani, that was really quick. Thank you. Guys, you have to answer as quickly as possible, please. That really helps me because we have a delay on Facebook. So that the fastest answer will get onto Facebook, okay? So informed me. Shani, thank you. So guys, we can say Mr. Smith reported that. Mr. Smith stated that. We can say Mr. Smith informed me that. Okay? Now, does anyone have any doubts? Does anyone have any doubts about tense? Sense? Probably lots of doubts about sense, but tense. So, for example, if person one says, I am hungry, do we say, what does person two say? Do they say, she reported that she blank hungry? What's the verb I need here? I think a lot of you are thinking about tenses, right? Do I need to say am hungry? Or do I need to say was hungry? She reported that she was hungry? Or she reported that she is hungry? Again, guys, type in the chat on Facebook. Just type it in what you think the answer should be. As quickly as possible, please. And I'll explain what the situation is, all right? It's really important, this one. Now, we've got some different answers. So Kat is saying is, Shani and Catalina are saying was. Very interesting. So let's have a look at this, guys. You can see this here. All right, I'm going to zoom down, go down. Kat says is, Shani says was, Catalina says was. So what is it? Maybe you can tell me why. Why should it be different? Which one? Guys, the answer is both. It depends on the situation. It depends on when it was said. Okay? If, let's say I'm here, right, and I'm on the phone. Okay, I'm on the phone, and my sister, she says, Alan, I'm hungry. I'm talking to my mother. I might say, okay, so Susie said that she... Do I say was? No, right? She just told me. Susie said that she is hungry. Okay, so you would use the present tense, right? We use the present tense if it just happened or happened very recently. And it's still true now. Okay, still true now. However, if it was yesterday, if it was 2 weeks ago, right? I'm talking to my mother now. My sister is not here, right? This was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, Mum. 2 weeks ago, Susie said that she was hungry. Right now, we would use the past tense. So it just depends on. It depends on situation. Okay, and it's present tense, guys, if it just happened, okay? And then we would move back into past tense if it was some time ago, okay? So that is the rule. Now, how does this apply to OET? That's the question we need to ask ourselves here. Okay? You guys, this is not general English class. This is not a general English class. My name is Alan. I'm a teacher at SET English. We are a specialist OET school. All right? And I was just teaching this today, this topic with a group of doctors. Okay? We do 4 hours of live interactive classes every day on Zoom. Usually SET classes in the school. It's very live, it's very interactive, okay? So, we're very focused on OET. We only teach OET in the school. And my question is, how does this affect OET? How does this work in OET? Right? Because we're not talking about my sister said, right? We don't say my sister said, right? That's not an OET style sentence. My example was not an OET example. What we say is something like this. Okay? Oops. Let me just copy paste this, guys. 1 second. So what we said was, what we say is, Mr. Smith informed me that she was anxious. That's the kind of sentence we're going to say in OET, okay? And guys, what I want to tell you is that there's 3 main situations here, okay? The key point here is that in OET, we've got 3 main situations, and I'm going to show you them now, okay? 3 situations. Let's say, in my example, guys, let's say in my example that, I'm going to put this here as well. I'm going to copy paste this, okay? So let's say in my example that the patient, well actually, when do we use reported speech? What's the situation in OET when we use reported speech? Can you guys tell me? When do we use it? What are we kind of talking about? Do we use it when to talk about doing testing? Not really. Do we use reported speech to talk about procedures and operations? Not really. Do we use reported speech for treatment? Not really. What's the situation? Can anyone tell me? Type on the chat box if you think you know what it is. What is the situation? I'll wait. Oh, you guys are amazing. Hawazen. it was difficult for me to get this. I was asking this question today, and it took my doctors a few moments to get this answer. You guys have got it straight away. Amazing, amazing. Guys, let's have a look what you are saying. It's coming in a second. Symptoms. And I think that's right, isn't it? You're talking about the symptoms that they tell you, and you're reporting those symptoms in your letter, right? You're reporting, it's usually symptoms, and it's usually in a when, so next question is when, guys, when do patients tell us their symptoms? When do they do that? Do they do it in the swimming pool? Of course not the swimming pool. Stupid joke. But I'm trying to tell you, what's the situation, right? Do they tell us their symptoms in the surgery room? No. Do they tell us their symptoms on discharge? No. Do they tell us their symptoms in their own houses? No. When do they tell us about their symptoms? Again, guys, if you can just type in the chat, that would be great. I will look for your answers. I think the answers here would be Hawazen, clinic. We're getting a really good connection today. What a fantastic answer from her. Guys, look at this. Clinic. Oops, so it should be like this. Look. Answer, clinic. All right? And that's right. So Hawazen, exactly right. So in the clinic, this would be, if you don't mind, Hawazen, I'm going to call it in a consultation. In the clinic. Okay? All right, so that's close enough. Now, the question is, when, what time? Okay, guys, if it's today's visit, or a very recent visit, okay. Let's say it was maybe yesterday, very recent. Am I going to go into the past tense, or am I going to stay in the present tense? What do you guys think? Mr. Smith informed me that she was anxious or she is anxious, right? Is or was. I'm going to highlight this so you guys know what I'm talking about. Is or was. What do you guys think? Can't make this red. Okay. So, I think you probably can guess, can't you? If you've been paying attention to what I said, I think you will be able to give me the correct answer now. So please type into the chat. So, yeah, there we go. We've got some answers already from Shani and... Well, I've got 3 answers. Fantastic. Thank you, guys. Guys, if it happened today, very, very recently, and we think, I think this is still true now, right? If we really have a strong feeling that it is true now, we need to be saying this. Is. Okay? So Ola, correct. Hawazen, correct. Shani, correct. It's because it's today's visit, right? It happened today. If he says, nurse, I feel depressed, you can say something like this, guys. You can say, Mr. Smith informed me that he, oops, it should be he, feels depressed. Right? Not felt. Now, actually, the reality is actually, you can have both. Native speakers very often they'll use the past tense. I think sometimes in this situation, I've heard it before, where they might just use the past. Okay, so this is not a very strict rule. Don't worry too much, guys. If you do make a mistake, don't worry. Okay, but I think it's better to use the. Don't use the past. It's better to use the present tense here. Okay. Just to say that again, some natives will use the past in this situation. I've heard it before. It makes more sense, though, to use the present. Okay, now, what about this? Mr. Smith reported that right? So no me. Mr. Smith reported that, again, should be he. Plays sports. Okay, so the question again is it plays or played? Which one? In this situation, sports. He's doing it every day. It's kind of like something he does very often. Probably going to do it in the future. He's done it in the past. Again, guys, type in the chat box. What do you think? Plays or played? Plays or played? So Hawazin is saying played. Catalina is saying plays. Shani is saying played. Let me just show you guys this is what I'm seeing. Thank you again for all these lovely answers. Really fast today. Really fast. Love it. It's like an interactive class. This is becoming a bit more like a Zoom class now, where people are answering very quickly in my classes. Okay. Normally I teach on Zoom, and you can always ask questions. Okay. So here we have lots of good answers from you guys. Thank you so much. Don't know if you can see this, everyone. Now what I'm going to say is that the answer is quite interesting, I think. It should be, let's say we're talking about hobbies, okay? For a hobby, I would use plays, okay? Why? Because it's a routine or it's a fact. All right, so if you remember your grammar, from, sort of B1 level grammar, B2 level grammar, we use the present tense for routines and for facts. If it's his hobby that he plays sports every weekend in the past and now and in the future, we're going to use the present tense, okay? If we think that it's a finished action, so if we think that he only did it once and it's finished, then okay, use the past. Okay, so I hope that makes sense, guys. I'll put that as a little disclaimer here. You can use the past tense if you think that, okay, this is not his hobby, right? So I'm going to put that here just to be clear, if it's not a hobby. So let's just say not hobby. Okay. All right, so this brings us now to, we've got three things. I'm going to put this all onto one page so you guys can see it. Hopefully we can see everything here. So we've got hobbies. We've got today's visit. In both cases, we're going to use the present tense. Okay? So this is a key point, present tense. We don't change it. All right? So this is the interesting thing. We're not going to change that. What about past visits? Okay? This is where it becomes interesting. Right, so this one will be like today's visits. What about past visits? What do you guys think? Type in the chat. Past visits. This would be, I'm gonna make this more simple, guys. So this will be today. Today visit. Today stroke recent visits. I'm gonna make this look a bit more. Okay. So tell me in the chat, guys, what do you think? Should I be saying feel? Or should I be saying, should I be saying was anxious? Or should I be saying is anxious? Past visits. So maybe you say like on 9th June 1998. Mr. Smith informed me that he was or is anxious. What do we think? On Facebook, please, hopefully we've got some good answers. I haven't looked here. So, answer from you guys, thank you so much, is from Ola. She's got the answer here. A lot of people saying past tense, saying was. And I think that's the right answer. Well done, right? Here you would be saying was. Okay, so very nice. Love it. So here I would be saying was. But there's a problem. We have a problem, okay? You're going to say this, or you're going to say something else. You've got two choices. You might say had felt or had been. What tense is this? What tense is that? Again, type in the chat box. It's been great to have so much interaction today. I think I've discovered that if I refresh the page that I'm looking at, I can see the answers faster. So I'm just hitting refresh on the page all the time, and then you can see the answers come through. So Hawazen, thank you very much, guys. This is past perfect. If you're enjoying this, can I ask you all to please hit the like button? So Hawazen, very nice here. I'll put this here. If this is something that you're finding useful, please guys, it's important that we hit the like button, share this with friends as well. Doesn't cost you anything, and obviously the more views we can get on these videos, it's better for the profile of our school. SET English, whichever one it is a small specialist school, and we do 4 hours of live interactive classes every day. We give you mock tests, 3-hour mock test you can have in SET with a teacher. We give you OET Writing, so you can write letters and send them to us. We give you materials, video courses, so many things. Okay, so please, if you could share this, hit the like button, that would be great. Now, back to the class. Advertisement is over. We're going to have a discussion with Huazen. Yes, this is past perfect. So next question, why do I sometimes use that? Can anyone tell me? In the chat box. Why do we sometimes, and thanks everyone for really good answers. Okay, thank you. So many people answering correctly. You can also use the continuous as well. Merrick, this one is not the continuous, Merrick, but you could say, I could say had been feeling. That's the continuous. So Merrick, that is also, you are also allowed to use this one. Guys, someone is just very good comment here. So let me just quickly show you this, guys. Oops. Where's it gone? I've lost it. I can't move down. This is a live class. This is not pre-recorded. Okay, so everyone said past perfect except for Merrick here, guys. You can see he said past perfect continuous. Remember, they're almost the same, those tenses. You know, I can say I had eaten, or I can say I had been eating. Okay, the difference is, Merrick, you're going to use past perfect, I had eaten, if like it's happening one time. Okay, usually we'll use it more for that. But if the symptom is repeating, like I had been experiencing a headache and it's not really stopping, there's duration on the symptom, you would use past perfect continuous tense. Okay, so great answers from all of you guys, really good answers. But please now, why do I sometimes use past perfect or past perfect continuous? I'm going to keep it simple today. Let's just say had been. Let's say had felt. Okay, just to be clear what's happening. Can anyone tell me what's the reason? Is there any difference? This is a great, really important question. Can anyone tell me the reason? And again, I'll say we've got 6 people watching. Let's have more people watching. Please hit the like button. Share this with your friends. I think this is a really useful class. It can really improve your reported speech, which is important in the exam. Why do I use that tense? Oh, we're up to 9 now. That's great. Okay. When we talk about past history, like operations or habits. Ola, I'm sorry, it's not right. I mean, obviously, when we talk about past history, not habits. Okay, so not really habits, Ola. Anyone else want to try here? I'll wait for you guys. Think about it. Okay. What do you think? Interesting. Interesting what some people are saying here. So I'm just going to put Ola's here just so we can see what we're thinking about. So guys, I'm saying Ola is wrong. Okay, we have another answer as well from, I'm sorry Ola, it's a good try. Catalina said, because we have a known past moment. What do you mean by that, Catalina? A known past moment. What does that mean? A known past moment? Catalina, maybe you can tell me. Guys, just type quickly. Why do we sometimes use past perfect in this situation? Let's say in OET. I'm going to give you the answer and then I'll finish this class, guys, because I'm going to have to go, I'm afraid. But I hope it was being useful today. It's not quite... there are 2 verbs in the past. One occurs after the second. Ola, this is nice. You're getting... That's a better answer, Ola. Guys, the answer is... This is the answer. Okay? When the symptoms started before the day of the visit. Does that make sense, guys? When the symptoms started before the day of the visit. So here, look. Mr. Smith, he was anxious. Okay, this means only on 9th of June. Okay? We don't know if he felt anxious before then. Okay? If I say he had felt anxious, this would be it started before the 9th. Started before the 9th. Does that make sense, everyone? I hope so. I hope it does. Ola, does that make sense to you? Kat, does this make sense? Robert? Hope so. All right. I'll just let you read and think about that. Okay. Now, obviously, you now need to do a class on past perfect. I don't have time to talk more about past perfect. How do you make past perfect? What are the rules of past perfect? All of those things. We're not going to cover that today. But I just wanted to focus today on, remember the question is reported speech. Okay? So reported speech is telling about what someone said, like this. Okay? We use these 3 verbs in OET. These are the best verbs to use. These are the best verbs because they're very formal. So we use these, and sometimes we go into the past tense from the present. Okay, sometimes we go into the past, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we go into we stay in the present tense. The reason is, in OET, if it's today or a recent visit, you would use the present tense. Okay? So if, for example, a patient this morning told me they have strong feelings of anxiety, you can say she is anxious about. She is anxious. Because it's probably not changing. It was only recently. You can use the present tense. Actually, some people also use the past as well. Okay, so I've seen native speakers also use the past as well. So don't worry too much about this one. It's a win-win situation. You can't really get it wrong. Okay, even if you use the past, it's not that bad. If it's past visits, though, guys, we're going to use past tense or past perfect. Okay, so this would be kind of finished. It's not true now. Or let's just say finished a long time ago. 7 days a week, something like that. It's not clear exactly, we don't know exactly, but finishing, you know, it's finished. You don't know if it's true now. Even if it might be true now, if it was a week ago, and you're thinking it's probably still true now, I would still use the past tense. Okay, so guys, if you're using a date, use past. Okay. Last point. I'm just reviewing. Hobbies, use the present tense. Hobbies, they're true in the past, they're true now, they're true in the future. Okay. So I hope it was useful, guys. Thank you, Hawazen. Thank you, guys. I don't know what to say, really. If you want to ask me any questions, I'll hang around to take a few questions. There's always a delay on Facebook, so I'll have to wait for about 10 seconds to get your questions. While I'm waiting, let me just say that obviously we do these classes because it's supposed to be a kind of advertisement for the school. My name is Alain. I'm one of the main teachers in the school. We also have another very good teacher called Paul. We are specialist OET teachers. We're really good at OET training. So if you're having problems with your exams, if you failed your exam, get in touch with us. We do a lot of live practice sessions every week. Okay, so just to be clear, every day in the SET school, Monday to Friday, you have 4 hours live Zoom class practicing the exam, so mock tests. You have, let's call this group mock tests. We also have personal mock test experience, and that is a 3-hour full mock test. You get that if you join us. We also give you letter corrections, so you can email us. You can email in your letters. We give in some packages there's one-to-one training, and there's also lots of materials, videos, worksheets, mock material, and books. Okay, so I'm just telling you about the school. I'm waiting for some questions from you. Hopefully you guys have some questions for me that I can read. But as I said, this is SET. Check us out. The website address is www.set-english.com. I'll post that in the chat if you guys want to check our website out. It is in the chat. Thanks everyone for your kind comments. This is so nice that people are saying things like this. Let me just check to see if there's any questions here. So thank you, Shani. Appreciate that. Some compliments from people. English.com. So Shani, you will see me in the live. I think you already joined our school, haven't you? So you will see me in the live classes for listening. You will see me in a lot of the listening classes. Yeah, Kat, if you come to the live session today, guys, we have a free. If anyone wants to come to the live Zoom session, that is today, and you can chat to me, or it might be Paul, but if it's Paul, it's even better. He's really you will love it. So if you want to ask about the courses here, Kat, another thing you can do is just email me. So if you want to send me an email, it's here. Guys, if you want to come onto the free Zoom class, check out, you just need to go onto our website and look for free class. It's easy to find. So again, go to SET English and you can check out free Zoom classes, free Zoom. They're not very long. Okay, I want to be clear. They're free. So it's going to be like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and we'll talk about a few things, but obviously it's very limited, the free Zoom classes. So it's good for getting tips and advice, but if you want to, for reading, for example, guys, a lot of people struggle with reading. Well, that's not something you can learn in 5 minutes, of course, in 20 minutes. You need daily practice. And so many things in OET are like that, aren't they? There's no quick fix. You cannot just go, oh, that's how to do it, and then you pass. The way to pass OET, if you are having problems, this is the last thing I'll say, the way to pass, regular practice with a teacher, okay? Getting feedback, getting interaction, questions, answers, improving, okay? So I'll say goodbye, guys. Thank you very much for your time today. Please check out the SET School. So many things. It's not love, sorry, it's live. Have a lovely day, guys. I'll say goodbye. Please hit the like button, share this with your friends if it was useful, and I'll say goodbye. Thank you. Bye-bye.